Welcome to Mechanical Tutorials. I'm going to teach you different techniques in SolidWorks for mechanical engineers. Hi, today I'm going to teach you sketch entities in SolidWorks as well as sketch tools in SolidWorks. In sketch entities, we have line, corner rectangle, center rectangle, 3-point corner rectangle, 3-point center rectangle, parallelogram, straight slot, center point straight slot, 3-point arc slot, center point arc slot, polygon, circle, perimeter circle, center point arc, tangent arc, 3-point arc, point, center line, midline, and text, ellipse, partial ellipse, parabola, conic, spline. In sketch tools, we have fillet, chamfer, offset entities, convert entities, mirror, move entities, rotate entity, scale, copy, replace entity, linear pattern, circular pattern. So now let me start with the line option. So selecting this front plane and sketch. So this is the line entity. See, if I want to draw line vertical or horizontal, so I have to click according to this. So if you think that this is not vertical, you can constrain in this manner. Okay. And inside we have a horizontal option, so I can draw only horizontal line. Okay. Next, we can draw only vertical lines. So we are restricting our line option to particular sub options, like, and one more thing is line with incline, so we can give any angle to this. And we can make construction line also, so this is how we can make. One more option is we can straight away draw the line and we can click here for construction line. Okay. So if I want to draw infinite line, so I can click here, either I can go here, so this is infinite line, or else we can click this line option and we can check this option, so I can draw infinite line. Okay. So next is line with midpoint. So I can draw one line with any midpoint, so equidistance from either sides. Okay. So these are the line options available. Okay, next, so rectangle, this is corner rectangle, so we are selecting from one corner and dragging and placing it somewhere. Other option is center rectangle, so we can create, we can select any center and we can place other end anywhere according to requirement. So this is center rectangle. So mostly we use these two options. One more option is 3-point rectangle. So before that I will draw one triangle for better understanding. See, this is the triangle. So 3-point rectangle. So I am selecting all the 3 points. So I am getting this rectangle. Next is 3-point center rectangle. So one point at the origin, another point here, and other. So this is one option. One more option is 3-point center rectangle. I'm sorry. So one more option is 3-point corner rectangle. So I can click here and click one point, and so I am getting 1/4 of this rectangle. So these two we rarely use it, 3-point corner rectangle and 3-point center rectangle. 3-point center rectangle we will get 2 center lines. So next is parallelogram. So one point I am clicking at the origin, another location, and I can move any direction if I want. So this is parallelogram. So we have covered line, corner rectangle, center rectangle, and all the types of rectangles. Next we'll move on to circles and arcs. Circle, we have center point circle, okay, and is other one is perimeter circle. See, for perimeter I will draw one triangle for better understanding. So here I need to click 3 points. So this is how we will get the circle with 3 points. So this is regarding circle. Next is arcs. Arc, we have a center point arc. So I need to select at the origin and I can draw this arc. So okay, if I want to change this, I can move it and move any direction. So the center point is fixed and this is fixed, and we can change according to requirement. Next is tangent arc. For tangent arc we need one line. So when we click other end of the line, we'll get automatically tangent. Okay, this option we used to have in older versions. So in line option we'll get a same feature. So we need to click the line and just we move it backward and move it in other direction. So we will get automatically tangent circle. Next is 3-point arc. So I need to select any point other points and I can place. So I can complete the circle if I want, or I can change it. So according to it. So this is 3-point arc. So next options are center line. I have already explained, midpoint line, and this point is left out. So say point, if I want to place any circle at particular location, I can put this point and I can place this circle. Sorry, I need to take center point circle. So this is how. So mostly we use this point for hole wizard, for placing any hole in the features. So these are. So one more option we have for point is, suppose if I one more line I am going to draw so that I can show the differences. Okay, so when I go for fillet option, this is 10 mm, I will keep it as 50 for better visibility. See, 2 fillets I have taken. So this intersection point of these 2 lines I want to show. Then what I need to do is I need to select these 2 lines and click OK. See, this is the intersection line, intersection point. So this is useful when I give dimension. When I select this line, this point, so this is useful for giving dimension. So this is the advantage of this point. So when I go for chamfer, I will automatically get the center point. So in chamfer feature we will get as a default, but for fillet we need to give the point. So these are the options in fillet and option. So these 2 I have covered. Next is ellipse. Ellipse and partial ellipse we rarely use. For manufacturing components like any plastic or metal components, we should not use this option because we cannot define any dimension for these features, these entities. So we rarely use these 2 options. Next is parabola. So I can draw parabola like this. This also we rarely use it. Next is conic. These are used for product styling. When we render any product plastic component, then we use these features. But when we design any component, machine component or plastic component, we don't use these options. Okay, next is spline. Spline also we should not use. For manufacturing components, because so I'll show you this example. I cannot show the radius, it's very difficult. So without radius it's difficult to do the manufacturing. So we don't use this spline. So rarely for product styling we use this option. So ellipse, partial ellipse, parabola, conic and splines, all of them. Fillet is done. Okay, chamfer. So I am going to show this text and offset entity and convert entities. So before that I will create one small extruded balls. Keep it normal. So I want to place text on this. So SolidWorks, say OK. Double click on this, uncheck the use document font, and I can go here to the font option. So I can increase the font size. So automatically increases. Okay, next I need to go to boss option. So this is for embossing. See here. Okay. Same way I will choose cut option. For sorry, for engraving. So next is convert entities and offset entities. So for offset entity, so I'll select this face, go to sketch, keep it normal, and suppose if I draw a rectangle and I can select and go for offset option. See here there are many options. There are many options like bilateral, so I can have in different directions. Okay, next if I don't want outer side, I can flip in reverse direction. So this is the flip in. Okay, this is for an offset entity. Same way, if I click this edge and click here, automatically this edge convert into sketch. See here once again, you can see the difference. There is a sketch at the edge. So this is the advantage of convert entities and offset entities. Next is mirror, move, rotate, scale, copy options. Okay, so for mirror we need a center line. Suppose if I draw any circle and I can mirror exactly in opposite direction. So entities to mirror. So this is the entity about center line. So this is the line. This is how we will get it. Okay, suppose if I choose mirror entity and click this one, this entity, and if I uncheck this one and click this center line, then this automatically mirrors and moves to other direction. So this is mirror entity. Same way linear pattern. So if I want to pattern number of holes, for example, so I can click this one, this entity, and make it 50. Sorry, 150, 300. So 300. I can move. I can add number of instances, 1, 2, 3. Same way, if I want to move in y direction also, I can increase, and suppose this is 250. So I can pattern in y direction. This is linear pattern. So we have one more option, circular pattern. So I'll take a circle and make it construction, and I will draw one circle. See, mostly we use this option for flanges. So circular pattern, okay, I can click the circle, sorry. Circular pattern, and I need to click increase space, so I can increase the number of circles. So automatically it divides 360 by 8. So this is a circular pattern. Okay, next, if I want to move this entity, all these entities, so I need to select all these entities, click move entity option, and click any point and I can move it. Sorry, for moving entities, so for example I will create suppose this is my logo for example, so I want to move this entity, click this entity, move entity option, and select any point, so I can move anywhere. Next is copy entity. So I want to copy this logo somewhere and I want to place it here, some other place. I can copy this. So two logos. Next is rotate. Suppose I want to rotate and place somewhere else, so I can go to rotate option and click any point. Okay, center of rotation, I can click any point, and suppose 60 degrees I want to rotate, I can rotate it. Next is scale. Scale entities. Suppose if I want to scale, I want to increase the size of this logo. So I have to click here. So if I want to increase, I need to click double it. Make double it, I have to click 2. Otherwise, if I want to reduce, then 0.6. So automatically reduces. Okay. Okay, copy, scale, rotate, move, mirror, linear pattern, everything is completed. Now replace entity. Replace entity we mostly use in product styling or reverse engineering. See, this is my initial sketch. I want to replace with this. So it will ask for keeping or make construction. I want to delete it. I can delete. So the old sketch is replaced with new one. Okay, so all these features are completed. Next I will come. This is simple slot feature we most frequently use, that is straight slot. Next is center point straight slot. So this is one more option. Next is 3-point arc slot. And one is center point arc slot. So if I click origin and place it, any location. So these are the different kinds of slots. Next one is a polygon. Polygon is nothing but a hexagon. We use it for bolts, nuts and everything. So okay. So next is trim options. Power trim, corner trim, trim inside, trim outside, trim to closest, trim extend. So before going to trim, so I'll draw lines. Okay. So this is power trim. I can click the left mouse and move on the screen. So automatically trims all the entities, whichever I don't want. So this is the one. Next is trim corner. So if I click this line and this line, the other side automatically deletes. Okay. So trim to closest. We rarely use it. So it's similar to power trim. Okay, next is these two options. This also we rarely use it. So in trim away, trim inside. So if I click these two lines and click this line, it will trim inside. Same way, if I click these two lines and this line, it will trim outside. So one more option is trim extend. So if I draw any line near to any vertical line near to horizontal. So I want to extend this. So sometimes even if I zoom also, it's not clearly visible. So if I want to close the loop, so what I need to do is just I need to click, automatically it extends. So these are the options most frequently used in Sketch. With these entities and tools, we can create any kind of geometry, and using that geometry, we can create any kind of 3D models. Thank you very much.